Hello, my name's Doyle, aka the Big D, of Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. Gotcha with the little Forrest Gump impression, y'all. Yeah, it's the Big D, and that's why I did that little Forrest Gump imitation, because today's review is Forrest Gump. And I'm going to be reviewing this because today's its 25th anniversary. Oh, and don't mind the fireworks going on outside my where I'm at, okay? Because there's a big fireworks shooting celebration going on not too far away from where I'm at. So I do apologize for that, okay? I would have done this a little earlier, but I got too carried away with trying to make up for lost time on my rankings, okay? But anyway, here we go. Yep, it was 25 years ago today when Paramount and director Robert Zemeckis gave us Forrest Gump, starring Tom Hanks in the title role, which is probably one of my absolute favorite performances of his. Now, at first, I didn't know what to think of this movie because I know my folks had this on video and watched it, but I didn't watch it until maybe the next year when I got to see a little bit of it in my high school history class. And that's when it kind of convinced me to watch it. And, well, after seeing a little more of it, it got me convinced. And this time I really watched it all. I was impressed with the film. Also includes Robin Wright, Gary Sinise, and Sally Field. Now, anyway, Forrest Gump is this slow-witted southern dude who, well, tells several people his life story. He starts out as this ordinary kid who actually has these, brace-like things around his legs and stuff like that. And he meets this little girl named Jenny who soon becomes his gal pal. Probably not a good gal pal in the later years, though. But anyway, his mom, played by Sally Field, who is definitely real good. I actually liked her performance. And, well, everything was pretty good. We get to see how, when the fun really begins when Forrest tries to run away from the bullies, his braces break off, and boy, he can run real fast. Yeah, so I said, first person he saw to run like the wind blows, and from that day on, I was going somewhere, I was running. Yeah. And, yeah, this movie has some memorable lines and all that jazz. It was really cool. Yeah, and I liked when Forrest runs onto the football field escaping from those bullies. And I was surprised. I didn't know this was him. Fun fact for y'all, the coach was played by Sonny Schroyer, who was best known for playing Deputy Enos Strait on TV's The Dukes of Hazzard. Yeah, I didn't know that was him until years later. That was a big surprise. So apparently, Forrest becomes a big football star. It gets involved in other things, and even becomes part of the big All-American football team. Got to meet President Kennedy. Okay, I'm going to be spoiling some of this, so if you've not watched this, please don't continue, but I'll go on. But when I get to the ending, that's where I give my warning. Sorry. My nose was bothering me. I do apologize. I was scratching it, not picking it. Sorry. Okay, back to the review. But anyway, after becoming a big football star, he actually soon gets a college degree, and has ever given thought to for your country, and soon he decides to enlist in the army. There he meets Bubba, played by Michael T. Williamson, becomes a good friend, and he asks him if he's ever been on a shrimping boat. Well, so they soon become friends in the army, and soon they have to off somewhere, but until Forrest encounters Jenny again. But apparently she's not too thrilled to see him, and well, explains that he's going to Vietnam, and that's where they're going, and that's where they meet Lieutenant Dan Taylor, played by Gary Sinise. He gives a hell of a performance as this guy. This guy is plumb crazy in some parts, especially once Forrest pulls him out of the jungle and what have you. Oh, but he doesn't want to. I didn't mean to laugh. I just love the way he's screaming. and oh boy. And now he's a cripple, and I didn't mean to laugh at that because I love the way he grabs him, drives him, grows him, or whatever the hairy heck he does, and well, and Bubba's killed too, and was killed unfortunately. Well, he was going to be a shrimp boat captain. Forrest would be his first mate, but he died, and well, Forrest is awarded the Medal of Honor. Conjure Special's a wound he got on the rear end from everyone with me, LBJ. Boy. And let's see. Gets into talk to everyone right at Washington. And he encounters Jenny again. Yeah, runs into a little pole right close to the Washington Monument. Oh boy. Everything's really good, but she's gone. Well, Forrest also gets to liking ping pong and what have you during the army as well, and then soon once he's discharged, he comes home and become a big star, and well, even he would be a national celebrity and what have you. Stays with Lieutenant Dan during the holidays, and well, he makes a deal to be his first mate since Forrest would be the captain of the shrimp boat. That's what happened. Yeah. So anyway, there's so much more stuff to go through, and well, I'm gonna try not to get too much of the movie. This movie, there's too much to talk about this movie. This movie is just amazing. Whew. But anyway, I absolutely love Forrest Gump now. It is my absolute favorite Tom Hanks movie of all time. Don't get me wrong, you don't have to take my word for it. But the movie has its moments, but they're all fun. They're real good. And I also like when, well, Forrest gets to run all around the U.S. Yeah, and the news reporters are catching him when it's like, why are you doing this? And he's like, I just felt like running. Yeah. Oh boy, it's a classic. And now I am going to tell you that what goes on in the end. So if you have not seen the movie, I would ask you to stop the vid at once. But if you have seen it, good. Let us continue. After telling most of his story, he learns that he's got a letter to see Jenny in Georgia, and so he learns that he wasn't too far away from her. Instead of waiting for the bus, he rushes over and sees her. Learns that she's got a little boy who's named after Forrest, played by a young Haley Joel Osment, before he even became a bigger star by starring in The Sixth Sense with Bruce Willis. And actually, after this, he would actually go on to play the son to Jeff Foxworthy on the short-lived Jeff Foxworthy show the following year. Anyway, but things take a turn for the worse. Once Forrest and Jenny finally get married, well, she's sick and everything, has some kind of virus, and well, soon after just so many months or what have you, I don't know, and well, or I can't figure out how, but she died, and well, Forrest and her buried underneath their favorite tree. And so, new era starts when little Forrest goes to school. And And from my point of view how the story goes. Anyway, Forrest Gump was a great movie. It won several Academy Awards, including one for Best Picture. Anyway, if you have not seen Forrest Gump, I would highly recommend it. But I'm sure there are tons of y'all who have already seen this movie, which is why I already gave the ending. But if you went through the vid without hearing my warning, well, I warned you. But anyway, let me know what you think of Forrest Gump in the comments section. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying see ya.